One minute until the preview conference. 1 minute. At this time, will the head coaches please meet with our umpires at home plate for the pregame conference. First pitch is the Casey Bank fifth captain of the game, Arden Kalos of Lemont. Building strong financial features, one family, one street, one city at a time since 1816. Casey Bank, member FDIC. All right, the pitch is yours. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to OSF Healthcare Field at the Louisville Slugger Sports Complex. This is the 2023 IHSA Class 3A State Softball Championship game. On the scoreboard, the guests will be the Antioch Sequoias. Lemont will be the home team. It's time to meet the personnel involved with this team, beginning with our umpires. Calling the balls and strikes, Tim Lockney. At first base, Vincent Webster. And at third base, Scott Gary. Let's meet the starting lineups. First, for the Sequoias. Leading off, the senior center fielder, number 13, Eden Echevarria. Batting second, a freshman in right field, number 1, Jaden Ruiz. Batting third, a junior, the starting pitcher, number 25, JC Schuler. Hitting cleanup, a senior second baseman, number 32, Emily Grant. Batting fifth, a freshman first baseman, number 20, Samantha Hillner. Batting sixth, a freshman shortstop, number 7, Claire Schuyler. Batting seventh, a junior designated player, number 17, Jazzy Fisher. Batting eighth, the junior catcher, number 11, Grace Green. Batting ninth, a junior left fielder, number 2, Aubrey Oach. The flex player for the sequence, a senior third baseman, number 10, Sierra Gilmore. The head coach of Antioch in his 12th season is Anthony Rocco. Now, let's meet the starting lineup for Lemont. Leading off, the senior catcher, number 24, Frankie Rita. Batting second, a sophomore shortstop, number 18, Natalie Pasia. Batting third, a junior at third base, number 32, Reagan Duncan. Hitting cleanup, a junior first baseman, number 22, Avery Taylor. Batting fifth, a senior, the starting pitcher, number 16, Sing Margetto. Batting sixth, a sophomore DP, number 14, Olivia Parent. Batting seventh, a sophomore left fielder, number 11, Maya Hollandoner. Batting eighth, a senior second baseman, number 7, Nicole Pontrelli. Batting ninth, the junior right fielder, 23, Alyssa DeMeo. The flex player from Lemont, the junior center fielder, number 9, Mallory Court. And the head coach of Lemont in her 17th season, Chris Trina. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise and face our nation's colors to the third base side of the press box as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. As the players and coaches wish each other good luck on the field, the IHSA and sport directors and member schools expect and promote sportsmanship by all athletes, coaches, students, parents, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Do what's right. Now, for championship softball.
It's 3A state championship softball time here in Peoria as second-ranked Antioch takes on number 1 and defending state champion Lemont. And a good morning to you here from Peoria as we approach the noon hour. Lee Hall along with Debbie Neff. And the pollsters got this one right for sure. The top 2 teams in the state squaring off here for the state championship. Antioch 34-1, Lemont 33-1.
Well, I'd have to say the IHSA did a nice job of their bracket matchups. When you get to the 1 and 2 in the final game of the year, I'd say that's a pretty good job.
Well, Lemont, the defending state champs. This is the 6th trip to state for Lemont. They took home trophies in 1988. They were 2nd, they were 3rd in 89, 2nd in 21, and then state champs a year ago. I believe it was their first trip to state where they did not take home a trophy when it was the 2-class system. For Antioch, this is their 3rd trip to state. They've trophied every time, taking home 3rd place trophies in 2010 and again last year, so they will finish their highest spot no matter what happens here today.
Yeah, that gives them a good opportunity to face this pitcher, and just watching her warm up, it's like a sudden change from last game when we saw so many change-ups coming from O'Rourke.
Lamont's the home team, so Antioch will start things off. Eden Echeverria leading off for the Sequoias. She is a senior center fielder, hitting .517 on the year, facing Sage Marjeko, the starting pitcher for Lemont, who has been all everything this year, 22-0 now, a 0.00 ERA.
That's just incredible in itself through a whole season.
Echeverria fouls that one off. Eden was 2 for 3 yesterday in the win over Charleston. She had a couple of stolen bases.
I think we witnessed Sage getting her 900th victory yesterday, also, or strikeout yesterday,
900th
too.
strikeout, yes. That's correct. Here's the 0-2. That one's chopped off the plate. A high bouncer to Marjeko. She fields it easily, and there's one out here in the top of the first. Marjeko yesterday through a complete game, 2-hit shutout, a 6-inning win over Bennett Academy. She struck out 13 and walked just 1.
I think the hardest part of that play was waiting on it to come down.
Right.
It was bounced so high.
This is right fielder Jaden Ruiz. 0 for 3 yesterday, .469 batting average on the year. Swing and a miss at one high and tight. Both teams in white jerseys here today. Antioch in the black pants, Lemont in the blue. It's a little bit hard to tell them apart.
Yes, it's a little bit confusing.
Marjeko rears and fires. Swing and a miss. Pretty good heat from the senior right-hander headed to the University of South Carolina.
She's come inside twice. We'll see what she does with her waist pitch.
0-2. Pop straight up. Shortstop Natalie Pasiga calls for it. And there's 2 outs.
She ended up catching that on the right side of the diamond. She had to go clear over. The wind started to pick up too just a little bit, Lee. So the ball might be affected somewhat by the wind, especially the high pop-ups.
Now it's the pitcher J.C. Schuler. little bit of a change of pace there. Marjeko starts off with something to keep the batters off balance there. JC yesterday was 2 for 3 at the plate. That one fouled straight back.
I'd have to say the hitters are coming up the bat swinging. I think they're going to go right after her. They're not going to try to wait and get in the hole. But when you go swinging and you miss a couple times, you're already in the hole. Now we have an opportunity for a waste pitch from Sage.
A little movement on that one. Strike 3, her first strikeout. And the Sequoias go 1, 2, 3 in the first. We go to the bottom of the inning. Lemont coming to bat.
Academy Sports and Outdoors has something for everyone in your family. From top sports brands to backyard cooking or the best in the outdoors. The North Face, Yeti, Columbia, or Magellan Outdoors, Academy has it all. Whether you're celebrating familiar traditions or exploring new ones, we've got what you need in here to have fun out there. Start your next adventure and make lifelong family memories at Academy Sports and Outdoors. Download our app or shop at academy.com.
Bottom of the first from Peoria. Lee Hall, Debbie Neff with you as number 2 Antioch takes on number 1 and defending state champ Lemont. Let's take a look at the Lemont lineup quickly. Leading off is the catcher Frankie Rita, batting second the shortstop Natalie Pasiga. In the third spot, third baseman Reagan Duncan. First baseman Avery Taylor bats in the cleanup spot. Sage Marjeko, the pitcher, bats fifth. Designated player in the sixth spot, Olivia Parent. Batting seventh, the left fielder Maya Hollandoner. Batting eighth, Nicole Pontrelli. The second baseman playing right field and batting ninth, Alyssa DeMeo. Mallory Course, the center fielder, is the flex. Here's Rita facing J.C. Schuler, starting pitcher for Antioch. Frankie was 2 for 4 yesterday against Bennett Academy with a couple of runs scored. J.C. Schuler threw 7 innings yesterday, allowed just 2 hits, struck out 9, and 1 walk in a 3-0 win over Charleston. That one's lifted to the right side. In quickly is Jaden Ruiz, and there's 1 out here in the bottom of the first.
That hung up long enough for the right fielder to jump under that and make a nice, easy catch. I thought at first it was going to be a little flare out to right field and start with a base hit, but right fielder made a good adjustment and came in and caught that.
Sophomore Natalie Pasiga, the shortstop now. Swing and a miss. She was 2 for 4 yesterday with a run batted in against Bennett. 364 hitter on the year. This is the 3rd straight state title game for Lemont. They finished 2nd in 21 and won it a year ago. Here's the 0-1. Right on the outside corner from J.C. Schuler.
That was a great pitch by J.C. Just caught the corner. Now she's got an opportunity for a waste pitch also.
Pasiga fouls 1 off. In the title game last year against St. Ignatius, Natalie was 1 for 3 as a freshman. She hit an absolute bomb in the super sectional against Metamora over at Eastside Center in East Peoria. 0-2 now. Little spinner outside.
A little off-speed pitch there. Good little waste pitch in the opposite batter's box.
Lemont likes to pounce early. They are outscoring their opponents this season in the first inning 93-2. Pasiga hanging tough in this at bat.
Fouling off a pitch that, you know, she couldn't handle, which is a great attitude to have up to bat. She's looking for something downtown here, and you don't want to get too fat with a 1-2 pitch. There's no need.
Ground ball to the right side, and Emily Brecht can't come up with it. It'll be an E4 and a base runner for Lemont here with 1 out.
Well, Emily just waited back on that ball. It was going out there pretty quickly, but she needed to come forward and get the ball before that last hop. And then I think it probably wouldn't have bounced away from her. Just didn't charge the ball on that one.
The old line is, you play the ball, don't let the ball play you. That's what happened there.
Exactly.
Third baseman Reagan Duncan now. She had a great game yesterday against Bennett Academy, 3 for 3, an RBI, stole 2 bases and scored 2 runs. J.C. Schuler comes into the weekend 18-1, a .92 earned run average with 251 strikeouts and 28 walks.
Black Hyundai in the parking lot, whose alarm is still not cooperating. Black Hyundai, license plate CB76217. Please take your
Perfect day for softball here. The breeze kind of comes and goes a little bit. We're looking for a high of 85 here in Peoria today. That one just a little bit outside from Schuler. She's headed to Michigan State next year. Or I'm sorry, she's just a junior. So she's got another year at Antioch. Everybody in Antioch just fainted. That high one lifted to short center field. On comes Eden Echeverria, and she throws them out. Boy, what a defensive weekend she's having. Eden Echeverria with 2 diving catches yesterday. She charges all the way in, almost to the infield to make the catch, and doubles off the runner and gets J.C. Schuler and the Sequoias out of the inning. We played an inning, no score.
Academy Sports and Outdoors has something for everyone in your family. From top sports brands to backyard cooking or the best in the outdoors. The North Face, Yeti, Columbia, or Magellan Outdoors, Academy has it all. Whether you're celebrating familiar traditions or exploring new ones, we've got what you need in here to have fun out there. Start your next adventure and make lifelong family memories at Academy Sports and Outdoors. Download our app or shop at academy.com.
Heading now to the top of the second inning. You're watching live coverage of the IHSA Softball Championships on the NFHS Network. NFHSnetwork.com/IHSA is your destination for the most comprehensive coverage of Illinois high school playoff action. Lee Hall and Debbie Neff with you on a sunshiny day here in Peoria. 4, 5, 6 hitters now for Antioch to face Sage Marjeko.
Lee, I'd like to go back to that play that ended the inning. Eden came in and called off the shortstop, made that catch, which was great because that you want your outfielders coming forward to take that catch. And then she fired it first base to double off. I mean, she showcased not only was she quick to get to the ball, but also her arm.
And her heads up softball IQ as well. 0-2 now to Emily Brecht. She fouls it back. Emily, 5'7" senior. She's headed to UIC next year. 474 average on the year. She had an RBI double yesterday against Charleston. She's behind Marjeko, 0-2. Not a good place to be, but she fights that one off. Antioch's now won 15 in a row, counting yesterday's 3-0 win over Charleston. But that was their closest game of the postseason and their fewest runs scored in the postseason. So Charleston made a run at them. That one popped back again. And so Charleston's going to go home with a 4th place trophy and 2 losses here this weekend. And people are going to think, oh boy, they get, you know. But they played Antioch to a 3-0 game, and it was close late.
Yes, it was.
And then they just went 8 innings
with
in the 3rd place game.
they have everything to be proud of this weekend. They did a great job.
Absolutely.
They didn't seem like they were overwhelmed. They just played within themselves and thought they played a good game.
The 1-2 now in low. These two teams met in the semifinals a year ago. Lemont won that one 3-1. They scored 2 in the third, 1 in the sixth, and that was enough for Margeco, who allowed a run on 4 hits, struck out 12 and walked 2. Antioch committed 3 errors in that ball game as they lost 3-1. Good at bat here from Emily Brecht, making Sage work a little bit.
I'm sure they've seen each other a few times.
Yeah.
Not only through softball here, but also probably their travel teams.
2-2 now. A little change of pace for the strikeout. Second strikeout of the game for Margeco. She went over, actually she attained her 900th strikeout in yesterday's win over Bennett Academy. So that was kind of cool to see. Historic moment for a young lady that's rewritten the record books this year. Sam Hillner now for Antioch. 5'6" freshman. She bunted on her own in that game yesterday. That was not a called play when she squeezed home a run. Would you have been okay with that as a coach?
Well, I guess you have to swallow your pride a little bit and say, hey, you know, whatever. But if it didn't work.
Right, that's a different story.
Yeah.
The 1-1, a swing and a miss. Margeco has really established that inner portion of the plate to the right-handed batters here in the early going. Swing and a miss. 3 strikeouts now. Sage struck out the first 9 batters yesterday.
The shortstop, number 7.
You know, she doesn't throw many balls, but she throws a lot of strikes. And, you know, you would think someone would catch up with some of this, but it's just that she is so dominant.
Shortstop Claire Schuyler, a 1-hopper to the drawn-in Reagan Duncan. And it's another 1-2-3 inning for Lemont and Sage Margeco. Headed to the bottom of the second, no score.
We're still scoreless.
You can download today's game. Click the digital copy button under the event video player to download a digital copy of the event right to your computer. We head to the bottom of the second, no score, Antioch and Lemont. It'll be the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, Avery Taylor, Sage Margeco, and Olivia Parent for Lemont. Avery Taylor had an RBI triple in yesterday's win over Bennett. It's a ball high and tight from J.C. Schuler. The defense for Antioch in the outfield, it's Aubrey Ulch, Eden Echevarria, Jaden Ruiz left to right. Infield, Sierra Gilmore at third, Claire Schuyler at short, Emily Brecht plays second. First baseman is Sam Hillner, Grace Green's behind the plate, and J.C. Schuler is your pitcher.
Coach Trina is still giving signals. She's not using the number system, which I am such a fan of the signals. I just don't like players looking at their wrists a lot. I'd rather have them just focused on what they're doing and not have to look up a number.
Looking like a quarterback checking the wristband.
Yeah.
The hard part of that is you got to synchronize your wristband. Dad humor number 1.
Oh boy.
1-2 now to Avery Taylor, hitting .543 on the year. 5'11" senior. Looks at one outside. JC pitched against Lemont in that semifinal a year ago. Swing and a miss here, first strikeout for JC Schuler. That semifinal, Antioch lost 3-1, but JC went 6. She actually allowed 6 hits on just 1 earned run, struck out 8, and didn't walk anybody. That's a tough one to lose.
Yes, it is.
Sage Barjeko, the pitcher now, but she's not just a pitcher. She's hitting .386 on the year, and looks at a strike on the inside corner. She had a 2-run blast in the Super against Metamora. 3 runs batted in. Schuler getting ahead 0-2 now.
I'm guessing she probably won't hit in college. Usually when they get that far.
Yeah, that's a shame because
yeah.
She's really good. Sage has 1 brother and 5 sisters, and 4 of those sisters are also pitchers.
Oh boy.
Well, so the other catcher, or the other sister is a catcher, so she's kind of the black sheep of the family, I guess. But she could tell the pitchers what to do, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Sage is the middle child in that family, I think. Right in the middle anyway. 2-2 pitch, grounded to second. Heck of a play by Emily Brecht into the hole. And there's 2 outs.
She made an excellent backhand play up the middle. Kind of slid down with the knees, got up real quickly and threw her out. It was a great play. Kept the ball from going to center field.
Yeah. Anthony Rocco says she can play all 8 positions other than pitcher. She's really got it out there in the field. Olivia Parent, designated player now. A little slap hitter fouls that one off.
Now I think, you know, being a slap hitter, it's easier to hit a little faster pitch than it is a changeup, because with the changeup you always had to wait back. Now you have your normal motion through the box.
Olivia is a sophomore, and she filled the stat sheet yesterday. 4 for 4, 2 stolen bases and 2 runs scored.
What a day.
It's a good week. That one's low, 2-1 now. That gives her at least a 3-game hit streak in the postseason. I wasn't able to do any more research past that. She looks at a strike on the outside corner.
That pitch right there is the one I want to slap. Try to slap it to the left side through the hole, looking for that outside pitch.
2-2 now. She slaps that one over the shortstop. On comes Echevarria, and there's the shock that she didn't make the catch in short left field. I mean, she's like the morning dew. She covers it all. She was out of the box.
Yep.
So that is the 3rd out.
That was a great call. I wonder if he saw that.
That'll be catcher unassisted. Echevarria couldn't come up with it, but it's an out nonetheless. 3 up, 3 down for Lemont. We head to the top of the 3rd, still scoreless.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends. Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 12 million participants in America who take part in high school sports or activities.
I'm not worried about that. I don't want it to go beyond.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. I'm like, oh, is that me? I keep looking at my on something here.
Top of the third, Antioch sends the 7-8-9 batters to the plate. Designated player Jazzy Fisher leads things off. And this is kind of what we expect, a pitcher's duel to this point.
Yeah, and I want to give kudos to the umpire on that last call, calling the slapper out of the box. I know that's a hard call to make, but he did a great job of seeing that her foot was there in front of the plate.
Fisher shows bunt offers, and now she's behind in the count, 0-2. She was hitless yesterday in the win over Charleston. .417 average on the year. She looks at one outside.
That's the farthest outside pitch I've seen her pitch all weekend. That was way out. That was quite wasted.
Sage threw a no-hitter in last year's state title game. Strike three called. She ate Jazzy Fisher up in that at bat.
Yeah, she could not hold up there. She kind of offered at it and tried to pull her bat back, but just couldn't do it.
4 strikeouts now for Marjeko. The catcher, Grace Green, comes to the plate. 302 hitter on the year. Hitless in the semifinal game. First pitch swinging.
I kind of wonder if catchers try to guess what pitch is going to be made, being a catcher, you know, and it appears she's calling her game, but I just wonder what she's thinking. What will she throw me here? And I think she's going to throw a whatever. Me, I personally just liked him to try to get a good swing.
Offers at that pitch with the attempted bunt. See it and hit it.
Exactly. Too much thinking. I hear that a lot in pro baseball. He was expecting a such and such pitch.
Right.
And I'm like, really?
0-2. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 5. Well, you know, that's the game, right? I mean, you watch tape, you know a pitcher's tendencies, but the good pitchers are going to change things up on you. It's a game of adjustments.
Exactly.
Like yesterday, I thought, the catcher swing and a miss on the changeup. I'm sorry, there's too many names and too many teams in my head, but she was getting eaten alive inside.
Exactly.
And what you do, you take a step away from the plate,
exactly.
Right? Here's the 0-1. There was a great thing on the MLB network a couple years ago. It was Pete Rose, A-Rod, and Frank Thomas all talking about hitting. And Pete Rose was talking about hitting, and those two guys were standing there with their mouths open.
Really?
He's like, guys all change their swing in major leagues. Don't change your swing. They're getting you away out, or getting you out away. That swing and a miss. And the put out for the catcher, 2-3, and we'll finish that discussion coming up. 3 up, 3 down. Sage Marjeko has gotten through the Antioch lineup once, and we go to the bottom of the third scoreless.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends. Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends. How to fit in. How to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 12 million participants in America who take part in high school sports or activities.
7, 8, 9 for Lemont here in the bottom of the third. Maya Hollandoner, the left fielder, will lead things off against J.C. Schuler. Swing and a miss. Maya's a 5'3" sophomore. She was 2 for 4 yesterday against Bennett with a triple and 3 runs batted in. She had 10 RBIs on the season. So finishing that discussion, Pete Rose talking to A-Rod and Frank Thomas, he said if they're getting you out of the way, you don't change your swing. If they're getting you out of the way, move up to the plate. If they're getting you out inside, step away. If the curveball, the breaking balls are getting you out, move up. If it's the fastball, move back. And it was just brilliant. And those two guys, I think they're both in the Hall of Fame, and Pete isn't, which is another story.
Yes.
But they were just amazed. It's like, oh my gosh.
It's
the beauty of the simplicity of it.
It's so simple that, I mean, it just makes so much sense. If you cannot touch the outside of the plate, step in, take it away. Or if the pitcher goes outside 90% of the time, step in and take it away. It's hard to make a batter change their mindset. If they get up there, especially in the dirt, they put their footprints wherever they want them, and then they do not want to adjust. And that's the sign of a hitter that probably needs to make the adjustment is the ones that don't want to.
2-2 from J.C. Schuler. Swing and a miss. Her second strikeout of the ball game.
That was just kind of a whiff right there. Just kind of last second, I'm going to go ahead and swing and see if I can make a little contact, and just came up totally empty.
Here's senior Nicole Pontrelli, second baseman. She was in the lineup last year in the title game, had an RBI triple. That one catches the outside corner for Schuler. Did we mention JC's going to Michigan State? I think we did. She's the Daily Herald Player of the Year. All kinds of other accolades for the junior pitcher. Swing and a miss, Pontrelli. Great defensive year. Kind of struggled a little bit with the bat. I would have liked to have struggled like that. 297. Swing and a miss. And that's strikeout number 2 on the inning and number 3 in the game for J.C. Schuler.
And JC's doing a great job. She's keeping the hitters off balance. She's throwing some different types of pitches in and out, moving the ball around. That's the key to good pitching. Both these pitchers are throwing a lot of strikes. I will say that. So you need to go up there ready to hit, because I think they're going to 9 times out of 10 throw you a strike. So you just will get ready and swing at something that you can handle.
Alyssa DeMaio now, the right fielder, with 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Schuler and Marjeko both rolling along here in this ball game. Lisa was hitless yesterday, but scored a run, got on base, scored a run. She's ahead in the count 2-0 here.
Another hitter that's hard to defend, because she can do all 3. She can bunt, slap, and hit away. So it's very, very hard to defend this, especially as a coach trying to put a defense that's going to be advantageous to your team.
Taken all the way on 3-0.
My kind of player, I don't have them swing at 3-0. Get the opportunity to get on base. That's what we need.
Lemont were looking for their 20th win in a row and a second straight state title. Schuler comes in again, and now it's 3-2, 2 outs.
And the defense can settle back a little bit, because most of the time you're not going to see a bunt in this situation.
Schuler with the strikeout. She strikes out the side here in the third. Nothing doing for Lemont and Antioch. We head to the top of the fourth. No score. Today's game is also available for all subscribers via the NFHS Network Live mobile app for Apple and Android devices. Download the app from the Apple App Store or Google Play Store today. Start watching live games wherever you are. Keep track of the grandkids or your own kids if you're on a business trip. All kinds of good things. Go back and watch a game from last season. Whatever.
Getting off the tractor, coming in at lunchtime.
Well, the pitchers have 6 straight strikeouts. Marjeko struck out the side in the top of the inning.
Oh.
What a play there by Reagan Duncan, skying for that one hopper, and she is fired up. Nice play to start the 4th inning.
She had some hops on that. She had to jump pretty high to make a stab at that ball, and she came down with it and fired it across to first, and she was fired up. Great play.
The junior third baseman making a great play there, showing her ups.
I'm going to say, if I were playing third at that point, I probably wouldn't have got that because I'm not quite as tall as she is. So that probably would have bounced right over my head.
Well, she is a towering 5'5".
No comment.
Jaden Ruiz, the right fielder, flew out to short in her first at bat.
You know, what's kind of funny about that play, it was Eden, the center fielder, who has been making tremendous plays in center field, and then the third baseman here makes a tremendous play on her. Turnabout is fair play.
3-0 for Marjeko. She missed the inside corner that time, and that's her first walk. So a base runner aboard with 1 out.
It's probably a little out of characteristic of her because out of character. She throws a lot of strikes, so she was being really careful with that batter.
The Antioch pitcher, J.C. Schuler, steps in, and she looks at a strike on that inside corner. That wasn't that far off of a spot for ball 4, honestly. Schuler struck out to end the first inning. She's a .564 hitter on the year. The 0-1 swing and a miss as Marjeko comes in with some heat.
And you notice after Sage pitches, she takes a couple steps to the right so the catcher can have a clear view down to second in case the runner's going to make her throw. That's pretty good heads up on the pitcher.
She's ahead 0-2 in the count here. Swing and a miss, foul ball caught, throw down. And Ruiz got around the tag somehow. Schuler goes down swinging for the 2nd out, the 7th strikeout for Marjeko. And it's the cleanup hitter, Emily Breck, the second baseman. She was a strikeout victim in the 2nd. She had an RBI yesterday, 3 RBIs in the Super, and 3 RBIs in the sectional final. So she has been outstanding. She's got a chance here with a runner in scoring position and 2 outs. 36 runs batted in for Emily Brecht. It was J.C. Schuler with 63 runs batted in.
I kind of wonder if Sage has ever been asked to intentional walk anybody. I can't imagine being a coach and going out there and saying, we're going to walk this person. I think I'd probably just have to turn around and go right back to the dugout. No.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 8, a walk and a stolen base and a runner stranded. We head to the bottom of the 4th, no score.
Hey, conductor, how about something new? You played this last year.
Come on, get your head out of your sacks.
Shh, we're trying to hear.
Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorites.
Bottom of the fourth, Class 3A state final championship game here. Lemont and Antioch scoreless. Only 2 base runners so far. Jaden Ruiz of Antioch walked, and there's a base hit to lead things off for Frankie Rita, the catcher. That's the first hit of the game for either team.
Well, that was a great pitch coming in. I think we got a little fat part of the plate, and boy, she just laced that out into left field. She didn't wait. She jumped all over the first pitch.
Natalie Pasiga, the only other base runner for Lemont. She got on due to an error, and then got doubled off on that catch by Echevarria. Pasiga, the swing and the miss. Natalie, 364 hitter on the year, 26 runs batted in. She had an RBI yesterday. Schuler's pitch fouled back. Natalie started the year at second base. She moved to shortstop mid-season when Allison Polowitz broke her finger. So she's in the dugout wearing a brace, and she's got this cute little sombrero that she wears on top of her head. It's like got a strap on it, you know, to go around her head. There's a little short lifted. There's Echevarria, though, and another double play from Echevarria.
Oh, my God.
Another catch it, throw him out for Eden Echevarria. And she might win 2 gold gloves of ours this weekend. That is unbelievable. It looked like it was a base hit, but base hits go to die where Eden Echevarria wanders. So it was a fly out to center field for the first out, and the second double play thanks to Eden Echevarria. Reagan Duncan fouls that off. I'm so excited I'm having trouble saying it.
Yeah, I'd like to get a step count on her as to how much ground she covers.
She is all over the place. I mean, she was in short right center field there.
Exactly. And then her momentum was going forward, so she had to collect herself and fired it to first base and made a really nice play there. Golly.
Reagan Duncan flew out to Echevarria and started that first inning. F8, 8-3 double play.
Again, coach philosophy here with Coach Trina didn't bunt her down. You know, to get her in scoring position. She chose to let her hit, and she almost got a hit, but boy, you hit it anywhere in that outfield near Eden, and she's going to make the catch.
Yeah.
And you can't run on her either. I mean, she's got a...
That one's lifted down the right side. Foul and a diving attempt by Jaden Ruiz. Great effort down there in the right field corner. No, you can't run on her either. Well, she's headed to Wisconsin, as we mentioned yesterday, to play middle infield. I don't know. I might give her a look at outfield, right?
I think I would too.
I mean,
how could you not? I mean, she got a great arm. She could probably play anywhere. I think our IHSA director, Craig Anderson, tossed that ball back in, so he had a little hustle in him this morning.
He's got a good arm. There's a one-hopper to Gilmore, and she picks it clean and throws over for the third out. I'll tell you what, some awfully good defense in this game. Only 1 hit through 4 innings. We go to the top of the 5th, no score.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today. This NFHS Network Championship event is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Back in Peoria, we are scoreless as we head to the top of the fifth. Second-ranked Antioch, number 1 Lemont. 15 straight wins for the Sequoias. 19 straight for Lemont. Something's got to give. A couple of Division I pitchers squaring off here in the state championship game, and it has been a doozy. Some awfully good defense to this point, too. Leading off is the first baseman, Sam Hillner. She struck out in the second. Anthony Rocco says she is a specimen. She can wing it at 67 miles an hour when she's throwing it across the diamond. All these girls, no matter what position they're playing, it seems like they're all playing out of position. Like they're typically an infielder, but they're playing outfield, or very adept.
I don't know where where you get that when you're typical something. Is it from summer ball? I mean.
Well, I mean, everybody's got don't they kind of have a natural position, like, or a position of choice anyway.
I think probably a position of choice.
1-2 inside strikeout for Marjeko. She is wheeling and dealing. That's the 9th strikeout. She struck out the first 9 batters yesterday against Bennett and 10 of the first 12. Claire Schuyler now, the shortstop, grounded out in her first at bat. 371, 34 runs batted in for the freshman.
I know, getting back to position of choice, during my practices, everyone, including the pitchers.
One attempt fouled off and just out of the reach of Frankie Rita and Reagan Duncan.
Practiced every position. I made them practice every position, so then the whole team kind of knows what's going on.
Right.
Instead of, well, I've never played here. Well, you need to learn what it's like to play there, so we practice every position. So
the 0-2 from Marjeko. Grounded just outside the bag at first.
Another thing I've noticed here with Sage, she has not shook off, the pitch much from Frankie. It appears to me that Frankie's calling the game, and Sage has not shook her off much, so that tells you they're on the same page.
Swing and a miss on the breaking ball. Strikeout number 10.
And that's so important, to be on the same page with your catcher. And they've probably done this a long time, so it's pretty much they both have the same mindset.
Absolutely, 2 seniors to strike on the outside corner as Jazzy Fisher showed bunt.
I love catchers calling their own game.
Yep.
That just teaches them the game better. And there is, you can sit in the dugout and call any pitch you want, and it'll be hit for a home run, or you can let your catcher learn, and then she's the one seeing the pitcher, where the pitcher's throwing and what's her best pitch today and what her control is. You have the worst seat in the house as a coach.
That's exactly what Chris Trena said earlier this week when talking about Frankie Rita. No swing as they appeal to third base. She said Frankie is underrated, and yes, she allows her to call the pitches. She's out there. She knows what's working. Her and Sage are simpatico, as they say. Here's the 1-2. That caught the outside corner as Sage Marjeko strikes out the side for the second time in this game. 11 strikeouts and no score headed to the bottom of the fifth.
Academy Sports and Outdoors has something for everyone in your family, from top sports brands to backyard cooking or the best in the outdoors. The North Face, Yeti, Columbia, or Magellan Outdoors, Academy has it all. Whether you're celebrating familiar traditions or exploring new ones, we've got what you need in here to have fun out there. Start your next adventure and make lifelong family memories at Academy Sports and Outdoors. Download our app or shop at academy.com.
Never miss another game. Become a subscriber to the NFHS network. Watch live event coverage, game replays, highlights from high school sporting events from across the country. Millions of athletes, thousands of games, one destination, NFHSnetwork.com. We are high school. Yeah, we are.
We are high school.
We are the world, baby.
What was that movie? We are...
Bottom
Marshall.
of the fifth,
yes.
Avery
Thank you,
Taylor, the
Garrett.
first baseman, will lead it off. I never did see that one.
Oh, it was a gut-wrenching movie, but it was so good.
Spoiler alert.
It was a good movie. It was a sad story, but good movie.
Avery Taylor struck out in the second inning. J.C. Schuler with 4 strikeouts has not issued a walk.
That was a true movie, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Garrett?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. The 1-1 now.
Ooh.
A shot right back at Schuler. She gets a glove on it and throws a strike over to first base for the first out of the inning.
Oh, boy. That was a protection. She had to go into protection body mode right there. That was right at her belt, and she barely got her glove turned around to stop it, knock it down. But she recovered and made a nice throw.
Sage Marcheco steps in. Pitcher versus pitcher. She grounded to second in her first at bat. Looks at a strike. The Gatorade Player of the Year in Illinois. Sage Marcheco. Swing and a miss, high and tight. Sage talking about this Lemont team, the defending state champs. A year ago, they won the state, but she said, we're really close this year. Last year, we were teammates. This year, we're friends and playing for each other as she waves at that one. J.C. Schuler gets the better of her that time. 5 strikeouts now for Schuler. And brings designated player Olivia Parent to the plate.
And that was a nice pitch process by JC. I thought she handled that whole batter very well. In and out, moving it around.
Olivia was called out for being out of the batter's box in her first time at the plate. She was in the state finals a year ago after joining the team late in the year. Called up from single A, right? From the freshman team.
Yeah.
Up to the bigs,
Exactly.
the show.
Yeah.
0-2 now. J.C. Schuler brings it a little bit high. J.C. is a 2-time first-team All-Stater. She delivers. Swatted toward third, knocked down by Sierra Gilmore. The throw over is not in time. That was a rocket off the bat of Olivia Parent. And that is a hit. And that's, I almost said it earlier, that down at third base, it's all reaction. The ball gets to you so quickly, it's just like,
Yeah.
it's like twitch, you know.
Yeah.
Maya Hollandoner steps in now. Left fielder struck out in her first at bat.
You definitely need fast twitch muscles there.
Off the fist into short left field. It's a base hit. Claire Schuyler gave chase, but she couldn't come up with it. And it's a seeing eye single for Maya Hollandoner. And Lemont has something going here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. Back-to-back singles. And now Nicole Pontrelli speaks with Chris Trena, her 16th season, 387, 154, and 1 in her career. with Lemont.
You know, I think we need to give Gracie, the catcher here, credit too. I think she's calling her own game also.
Swing and a miss. Pontrelli, 297, 10 runs batted in on the year.
There's no number system, so I know it's not that, and I'm not really seeing her check the dugout after each pitch, so I think she's calling her game.
2 outs, 0-1, fouled back. J.C. Schuler ahead in the count here to the number 8 batter in the lineup. This is the best scoring opportunity we've seen so far. Antioch did get a runner to second back in the 4th inning on a walk and a stolen base. Here's the 0-2 from Schuler. Strike 3 called. And Schuler pitches her way out of a jam in the bottom of the 5th. We go to the 6th, still no score.
Academy Sports and Outdoors has something for everyone in your family. From top sports brands to backyard cooking or the best in the outdoors. The North Face, Yeti, Columbia, or Magellan Outdoors, Academy has it all. Whether you're celebrating familiar traditions or exploring new ones, we've got what you need in here to have fun out there. Start your next adventure and make lifelong family memories at Academy Sports and Outdoors. Download our app or shop at academy.com.
You're watching live coverage of the IHSA Softball Championships on the NFHS Network. NFHSnetwork.com/IHSA is your destination for the most comprehensive coverage of Illinois high school playoff action. Lee Hall and Debbie Neff with you here as we go to the top of the 6th. Our thanks to Stephen Lawler and the NFHS Network for having us along last weekend. And this 3A state title on the line here. Lemont with 3 hits, no hits so far for Antioch. Grace Green, the catcher.
Well, Lee, we kind of figured.
Excuse me, Alyssa DeMott. No, who is up?
Gracie Green.
Grace Green, yeah, that's right. Okay.
I feel like we kind of.
I was right the first time.
Yeah, I kind of knew.
Swing and a miss.
We both kind of talked about this. We kind of thought it was probably going to be a pitcher's duel here for a while.
Marjeko rolling along here. She's behind in the count now, though, 2-1. That no-hitter in the title game last year was her 11th. 2-1 now. And she gets behind ball 3. She's walked 1 batter. Jaden Ruiz, as we just mentioned moments ago, made it to second after a walk and a stolen base. Here's the 3-1. And Marjeko issues her second walk of the game.
That's probably a little uncharacteristic. You never want to give a free pass to the first batter.
We haven't seen any small ball so far, but Aubrey Alts is the 9th batter. She's hitting 300. But you would think here that
top of the 6th here.
Yeah,
you've got to
right?
drop it down.
Aubrey offers, but misses for strike 1.
Defense is expecting it, but still, if you can just drop it down, you know, kill it, you're going to get your runner advanced. And at this point in the game, I would think that's what coaches have to be thinking.
She misses again, got a piece of it, fouls it off. Aubrey, 2 for 3 in last year's semifinal against Lemont. Had a run batted in. 0-2 now. And she swings and misses. Can't execute the bunt, and the runner stays at first, and that's the 12th strikeout for Sage Marjeko.
sometimes we have difficulty making our players square around and give themselves up. You know, they want to bunt for a base hit, and in that situation, you have got to give yourself up and just put the ball in play, bunt it down, and know the game, advance your runner.
Eden Echevarria steps in. Great defensive work this game, but 0 for 2 at the plate so far.
You definitely want to keep her off the bases. She's pretty fast, and you don't want her aboard.
517 hitter. The 0-1 to her, fouled straight back, so Marjeko is out in front on the count. 0-2 now. The runner at first. Sage knocked Metamora out of the state tournament 2 years ago, and Eric Linder, the coach at Metamora, said it'll be fun to watch her on TV. She's the best I've ever seen. Been doing it a long time and doesn't want to have to see her on the softball diamond at the high school level anymore. Can't say I blame him.
No, I don't either.
I think
they had
a
great
lot
team.
of coaches share that feeling.
And they had a great team this year, and they won their Mid-Illini Conference, and, you know, he's a great coach.
0-2 now to Echevarria. She had a homer and a double in the sectional final against Wakanda. She waits on that changeup, lifts it to center field, and on to make the catch is Mallory Course. And you said a little bit ago, turnabout is fair play. Eden Echevarria has made ESPN-like plays in center field, but she gets one taken away there by Mallory Course.
Yes, from her counterpart, she also made a great play. She had to run in a long ways to make that catch. And luckily, the runner didn't stray too far off. First base.
Anthony Rocco gathering everybody together for a little chat there. Coach Rocco in his 11th season at Antioch, 288, 99, and 1. He spent a year at Ridgewood as well, actually 2 seasons. So he's got 322 career wins. Looking for another one this season. Leadoff walk, but Grace Green is still there. Now Jaden Ruiz steps in, swings at the first pitch and fouls it back. Jaden flew out and walked and stole a base. She is 0 for 1.
It's kind of an odd defensive setup.
Now Sage is going back to talk to the umpire.
The outfielder needed a timeout to tie her shoes, so it's just giving her a little time. But they're set up in kind of an odd defense here. There we go. Second baseman is now back. I couldn't understand what they were doing.
Strike on the outside corner. Marjeko gets the call there.
You don't normally have slappers from the right side, so I couldn't figure what was being thought there.
Marjeko ahead 0-2. Swing and a miss as the runner goes. But that is the third out of the inning, the 13th strikeout for Sage Marjeko. She's issued a couple of walks, but has a no-hitter through 6 innings. We go to the bottom of the 6th, still no score. We head to the bottom of the 6th. This pitcher's duel continues. No one has blinked so far. Both teams have had a runner to second base, but that's as far as they got. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 9-1-2 for Lemont. Melissa DeMaio leads things off. She's the right fielder. Struck out in the 3rd inning. She faces J.C. Schuler. J.C.'s allowed 3 hits. There's the bunt attempt. It falls. Fielded by Sierra Gilmore, and it's a bunt single to lead things off for Alyssa DeMaio, hitting just .219 on the year.
Great job by the number 9 hitter. Find a way to get on, and lo and behold, we had a bunt, and we're on first base. Nice job.
If I could do that with my wedge and make it spin like that and sit, oh my goodness. Frankie Rita, the catcher now, she's singled, but was doubled off back in the 4th. Pops that first pitch to short. And there we go. Everybody's playing for the big inning here, I think. Nobody's playing the small ball game.
Nope.
Although Antioch did try, and they weren't able to get the bunt down in the top of the inning. Rita was swinging away on the first pitch. Natalie Pasiga steps in now with 1 out. She was on due to an error and popped out. She got doubled off in one of those Eden Echevarria fly out, throw them out double plays.
Well, we're in the bottom of the 6th. I would think you'd want to get a runner to second.
Right? Well, she might here. This one's lifted to short right field. Gloving it, not able to make the catch, but still gets the force out is Jaden Ruiz. So that worked out just fine for her. A lot of people are afraid to play it that way, but she came a long way, got a glove on it, kept it in front of her, and the base runner had to stay put.
What was?
I don't know why they threw and.
I don't know.
The out was already recorded.
Yeah, and she's already off the field, so she can't run back.
So that goes. I don't know who is covering. 9-4, 9-6.
I think the shortstop.
9-6. That would make sense. That's the 2nd out of the inning. Pasiga on with a fielder's choice. It brings up. Well, Reagan Duncan is scheduled to hit. Looks like Chris Train is going to bring a runner out for Pasiga, the shortstop.
Alyssa, you know, who bunted to get on there at first base, she couldn't do anything about that. She couldn't make it a second, and she couldn't stray off because of getting, you know, caught and doubled off. So she was in kind of no man's land. There's no fault to her. There's nothing she could do.
Reagan Duncan steps in now. Ella Phelan is running at first base for Lemont. First pitch strike from J.C. Schuler. Anthony Rocco feels that J.C. is the top 2-way player in the state. She can pitch, she can hit, plays defense.
That's all you need. Pretty good combination.
It's a good start, yeah.
Pretty good combination.
0-2 now to Reagan Duncan. She's 0 for 2 in this game. She's been struggling of late. Says she has to been tight in the box. She's just got to stay loose. Easier said than done. That pitch high and outside.
The best sitters I've ever had are the ones that are just go up there with the bat kind of dragging up to the plate and stand in and swing.
Here's the 1-2 from Schuler, fouled off.
Those hitters that are doing so much movement and shaking their bat and squeezing the handle, you know, it's hard to get a hit. You've got to learn to relax, and it's so much easier said than done. I understand that. The pitcher will do most of the work if you're a good hitter. All you have to do is make good contact.
That's all. There's a shot. Oh. Foul ball. Ooh.
I like the hustle from the umpire. He hustled to that line and called it immediately. That was a great job. All you ask of your umpires really is be consistent and hustle. You know, everybody's human, but those two things are so important to being a good umpire, that, in my opinion.
A rocket off the bat of Reagan Duncan. 34 RBIs. That would have scored the runner from first, I believe, had it been fair.
Yeah, she won't get that pitch again, Lee.
Not on purpose.
No. I thought maybe we'd see a changeup there since she hit that so hard.
2-2, 2 outs, runner at first, no score, bottom of the 6th, the state title on the line. And Duncan stays alive.
She went with that outside pitch and tried to dump it into right field, but she fouled it off to get a better pitch maybe here in this toss.
Lemont won the South Suburban Conference, going 18-1 this year. Now outscoring their opponents 53-0 in the postseason. There's another one foul. Not as hard hit that time.
No, she's getting around on her. He's not fooling her right now. So I don't know. I think it's a good time to give her something off speed and see what happens.
We'll see how Sage Marjecko and her catcher Frankie Rita want to play it here. 2-2, 2 outs. 4 hits for Lemont, but no runs. Schuler delivers low and outside. It's a full count. 2 outs. Runner will be going. So anything in the gap would score the run, you would think.
Oh, yeah. You're going to get a good jump off first base here. But you also know who's in center field.
Yep. Reagan Duncan heading to SIUE next year. Looking to go out with a bang here, the 3-2. Back to the pitcher. Schuler bobbles it, throws, but in time. And J.C. Schuler gets out of trouble in the bottom of the 6th. We go to the top of the 7th. Still no score in the state championship.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends. Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 12 million participants in America who take part in high school sports or activities.
Top of the 7th, the 3A state title game. Still no score. Antioch ranked 2nd in the final poll. Lemont ranked number 1. Antioch 34-1. Lemont 33-1. Tied here.
J.C. Schuler.
Sage Marjecko has no hit the Sequoias for 6 innings. J.C. Schuler, the Antioch pitcher, will lead it off. Infield in. She pops up the first one in foul territory. And 1 pitch, 1 out for Sage Marjecko in the 7th. Reagan Duncan catching that one for the first out.
You gotta like that as a pitcher, only having to pitch 1. 1 and 1 out.
Emily Brecht has struck out twice. Swings at the first pitch. Now the umpire with a few words for Sage Marjecko as he delivers the softball.
Oh, he was examining the softball, and I'm not sure why.
Emily Brecht, one of just 3 seniors for Antioch. Here's the 0-1 from Marjecko. There's that inside strike that we saw a lot early in the game. And Breck's behind 0-2.
That tails in on the batter, and it's a difficult pitch to hit. There's her waist pitch, 0-2.
So is that kind of a screwball then?
Yeah.
That's going in on the right-hander from a right-handed pitcher?
And it's really hard to, I think it's really hard to control. But if you have it in control, it's deadly.
1-2, pops straight up. That is a mile high for Frankie Rita. But she grabs it, and there's quickly 2 outs. 2 foul ball outs here to start the 7th inning.
She had to wait a long time for that to come down. I think that was higher than the screen and back here. Not wasting many pitches, that's for sure.
Sam Hillner now, the first baseman, 0 for 2, struck out twice. Anthony Rocco talking about Sam Hillner's patience at the plate this year. It's been such a key for her. 0-1 now, 2 outs. Still no hits for Antioch. A little too far inside.
I think the umpire has called a great game today, given both pitchers the same corners. And, you know, I think when pitchers are around the plate so much that, you know, it makes the job really easier for the umpire, because there's not a lot of waiting around, because they both pitchers come right at the hitters, and both pitchers pitch a lot of strikes.
2 outs, top of the 7th. Here's the 1-2 to Sam Hillner. Took something off, a one-hop shot to Natalie Pasiga. Throws across, and Avery Taylor couldn't handle it. She had it and then dropped it, and there's a base runner aboard now for Antioch with 2 outs in the 7th.
It was a low throw. It was a tough scoop, a real short hop there for the first baseman. So she attempted to make a good scoop, but just was came up a little bit short.
Looks like Marjeka was out of the inning. Instead, it will be Claire Schuyler. Schuyler, excuse me. She's grounded out and struck out. Runner aboard here with 2 outs. And I think Sage is not going to mess around here.
No.
She got the ground ball she wanted.
It was pretty hard hit ground ball.
It was.
Yeah. And
sometimes those ones hit right at you are harder to feel than the ones to your side. 3 pitches, 3 strikes. Strikeout number 14 for Sage Marjeko. And Lemont, the defending state champs, with a chance to walk it off here in the state championship game in the bottom of the 7th. Still tied, no score. Bottom of the 7th, a state championship on the line here in Peoria. For Lemont, it's 4, 5, and 6. Avery Taylor, Sage Marjeko, Olivia Parent coming to the plate against J.C. Schuler, who's dealing a 4-hit shutout in this one.
You know, Lee, I want to go back to that ground ball. If your pitcher is striking out, 2 batters an inning, and then a ball's hit all of a sudden to you, it does kind of probably shock you, because even though you're ready.
Lifted to left field, and giving chase over there is Aubrey Ulch, and there's 1 out in the 7th.
even though you're ready, it still is just a different feeling.
The pitcher, number 16, Sage Marjecko.
Here comes Sage Marjecko now, 0 for 2. She could help herself here. 5 homers on the year. She hit one in the Super. She had a hit and an RBI yesterday against Bennett.
She probably is thinking about her last at-bat a little bit because she kind of whiffed at that outside pitcher last at-bat. And I know she probably didn't think she had a good AB there. Try to make up for it here.
The 0-1 fouled off the fists, and Schuler's ahead 0-2.
Now we'll see what kind of pitch she gives her for her out pitch.
Schuler, another wave and a miss for Marjecko. She's just not herself the last 2 at bats, that's for sure. 2 outs now, and designated player Olivia Parent is the last chance for Lemont here in regulation play. Olivia is 1 for 2. She singled and got as far as second base back in the 5th. Swing and a miss on the first pitch from Schuler.
You got to kind of know the strike zone here. You got to swing at your pitch, not the one that she's giving you.
Good take there by Olivia Parent. She's reached base 3 straight games with a hit at least. That one lifted softly down the left field line and foul.
And we'll see if the left fielder makes a little adjustment and comes in a couple more steps. Because you know that's the mindset right here of the slapper, is try to dump it out there and just over the infield's head.
Sierra Gilmore in at third. She lifts it to short instead, and Claire Schuyler makes a nice running catch to her right to end the inning. And we've got extra innings. We had them in the 3rd place game in 3A. Why not the championship game? We go to the top of the 8th, no score.
Hey, conductor, how about something new? You played this last year.
Come on, get your head out of your sacks.
We're trying to hear.
Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorite.
My kid heard that solo!
You see what I did?
Yeah!
Come on! What's wrong with
We go to extra innings. Antioch and Lemont locked in a pitcher's duel here. No score. Lemont has 4 hits. Antioch has had 1, 2, 3 base runners, an error, and a couple of walks. Put them on base. 7, 8, 9 for Antioch. Jazzy Fisher, the designated player, has struck out twice. This is her 2nd year on the varsity. The 1-0 from Sage Marjecko, fouled straight back. Marjecko, we mentioned, threw a no-hitter in last year's state title game. Lemont managed only 2 hits in that game themselves and shut out St. Ignatius 1-0 for the win. Another classic here today. The 1-1 from Marjecko. Fouled off, and Margeco's ahead 1-2 now.
Sage still looks as strong as she did in the first inning. She's just a machine out there.
The 1-2, swing and a miss, and the home plate umpire gives the out signal, the throw down, and there's one out here in the 8th. That is strikeout number 15 for Sage Margeco. Grace Green swings at the first pitch and misses. She is 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk. Lemont knows all about these kind of games. It's their 3rd straight state title game. They lost in 2021 to Highland 1-0. Highland scored the winning run in the bottom of the 7th. Lemont won last year 1-0 in the state title game, and that could very well be the final score of this one.
Yeah, I just hope that whoever wins, it's earned. You know, it's not because of an error. You always feel better as a team either way than you know it's earned.
0-2 now to Grace Green, one out here in the top of the 8th. The 0-2. She swung at one in the dirt. That's only 2 outs. Frankie Rita pointing at the scoreboard, but
good try.
Fisher struck out, Grace Green out there. That's 16 strikeouts. And now the number 9 batter, Aubrey Ulch, who struck out twice. Margeco cruising along here. That one right off the fist.
I thought that was going to hit her. I think maybe if she hadn't got her bat out there, it would have hit her.
Aubrey hit 9th as a freshman, 6th last year. But Anthony Rocco with a little bit better lineup this year, and Aubrey moves back to the 9 spot, and that one nicks Frankie Rita. She's okay.
She's tough. All catchers are tough.
Darn right.
That's a rough position back there. Umpire's best friend, though.
Umpires have friends?
Yes.
Okay.
That protection. You protect me. As long as you protect me, you know, give you the benefit of the doubt here.
0-2, 2 outs. Top of the 8th, state championship on the line here. Margeco, strike 3. She strikes out the side, 17 strikeouts, and we go to the bottom of the 8th. Lemont with a chance to win it with a walk-off. And there's no score after 7.5.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today. This NFHS Network Championship event is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Lee Hall, Debbie Neff with you from Peoria. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Still no score in this 3A state championship game. The defending state champs will send 7, 8, 9 to the plate. Maya Holland, owner, the left fielder, has struck out and single. She shows bunt, gets it down in front of the pitcher. Schuler's throw to the second baseman covering Emily Brecht, and there's one out in the 8th.
Emily had great footwork there covering first base. Very quick throw and a quick touch of the base.
So now they bunt.
Now they bunt, exactly. Perfect.
Maya, well, I mean, it works for her before. She bunted home the winning run last year in the title game.
Number 21, Ava Reed.
Gonna try somebody else.
Ava Reed coming on to hit now here in the bottom of the 8th, in for Nicole Pontrelli. .298 hitter on the year with 2 homers. 16 runs batted in. She got on board yesterday. She came in the 6th, got on base due to an error, and then scored. The 0-2 from Schuler, swing and a miss, 6th strikeout for JC Schuler.
She's quietly pitching a very good game also, Lee.
Oh, yeah.
The right fielder, number 23, Alyssa DeMayo.
So Alyssa DeMayo now, she bunted her way aboard in the 6th. Ball outside to DeMayo. Bunts that one, foul.
Try to get aboard again with the bunt.
Antioch will have the top of the order coming to the plate if we go to the top of the 9th. 2 outs, 1-1 to DeMayo. She looks at a ball up. Here's the 2-1. And another ball. Schuler has not allowed a walk in this game. She's behind in the count, 3-1 now. And DeMayo works a walk here with 2 outs in the 8th.
Well, there's 2 outs with the top of the order coming up, so we don't have to worry, I don't think, about the bunt here defensively. So infielders can play at normal depth.
Frankie Rita steps in. She is 1 for 3 with a single. Got doubled off in one of those center fielder double plays. She flies out to left on the first pitch, and we head to the 9th now, tied 0-0.
Academy Sports and Outdoors has something for everyone in your family. From top sports brands to backyard cooking or the best in the outdoors. The North Face, Yeti, Columbia, or Magellan Outdoors, Academy has it all. Whether you're celebrating familiar traditions or exploring new ones, we've got what you need in here to have fun out there. Start your next adventure and make lifelong family memories at Academy Sports and Outdoors. Download our app or shop at academy.com.
We go to the top of the 9th now. 3A State Softball Championship on the line here. Antioch and Lemont locked in a scoreless tie. We 1, 2, 3 in the Antioch lineup here. Eden Echevarria, Jaden Ruiz, J.C. Schuler. And the Sequoias are hoping for more here. It's a tall order against Sage Marjeko, who has not allowed an earned run this year. That's not to say she hasn't allowed a run. I don't know if she has. Probably hasn't allowed an unearned run. I don't know.
Probably not. Just now getting warm-ups finished. I think we had to wait for Frankie to get her gear on because she was the last batter in that last half inning. So a little later getting started here. Sure didn't want her to go out there without her gear.
No, I wouldn't recommend it.
That might leave a mark.
They're tough, but they're not that tough.
Exactly.
Okay? Yeah. My friend's little boy likes to catch, and they asked him, "Do you feel like Iron Man and all that gear?" He's like, "Yeah." Echevarria is 0 for 3. Swing, and she fouls it back. I don't know why that position was so appealing to me, but that's all I ever wanted to play. I played every other position, but that was, if I had a choice, that was it. In on every pitch.
You think the gear fascinated you? You just want to put the gear on?
I don't know. I can't remember that far back.
I'm like, oh.
The 0-1 from Marjeko. Shot to Reagan Duncan. She fires across, and there's one out in the ninth.
That was a pretty easy play for the third baseman. Bounced high right into her glove. Didn't have to move very far and made a nice throw across the diamond. First person to say good play was Sage, her pitcher.
Reagan Duncan puts in a lot of work after practice. I'm sure she takes a lot of hard ground balls there at third. Jaden Ruiz now. She's 0 for 2. She walked and stole a base in the fourth and got as far as second base, and that is as far as any Sequoias player has gotten in this one against Sage Marjeko. The 0-1 from the senior right-hander. Fouled out of play.
Frank didn't dive over for that one, did he? Like he let that one go.
So. Jaden Ruiz hitting .469 on the year with a homer. Fouls that one back. Looked like Sage might have taken a little something off there. We'll change of pace. J.C. Schuler, the Antioch pitchers in the on-deck circle. 0-2 now to Ruiz. 1 out. We are in extra innings in the state title game. And strikeout number 18 for Sage Marjeko.
That's a lot of Ks in one game. And she just still looks so strong.
I wonder, and we don't have access to this, I wonder what her game high is, her career high in a game.
I don't know.
J.C. Schuler steps in. First pitch swinging into short right field. On comes Alyssa DeMaio, and another great outfield play.
She slid into that catch like she was sliding into second. Just made a nice catch like it was every day.
We have seen
all
some
day.
Great pitching and some great defense here. We go to the bottom of the ninth. No score. Antioch. the bottom of the ninth now, still scoreless. 2, 3, and 4 for Lemont. Natalie Pasiga, the shortstop, leading it off. She's been on base twice. Got on due to an error, and then she reached on a fielder's choice. Fouls the first pitch from J.C. Schuler straight back.
Well, we sure could use a base runner somewhere just to try to make something happen. I don't think either pitcher looks any more different than they did in the first inning, so they're both still very strong.
Popped up, foul territory, and unable to make the play is Grace Green. I thought maybe we were going to see, gosh, who was that? Maybe it was Bob Boone that it bounced off of, and Pete Rose was the first baseman who made the catch. That's like a highlight reel play from back in the day.
We almost saw that.
How do I remember that?
I don't know.
0-2, J.C. Schuler to Pasiga. Little soft floater, and Schuler backs up and makes the play, and there's one out in the ninth.
Yeah. Schuler decided I'll just take that on my own here. Used two hands, trapped it in her glove, going towards second base. Very nice play.
Reagan Duncan now, the third baseman. She's 0 for 3 in this one. 3 homers, 34 runs batted in on the year, hitting .425. Swing and a miss, and wow.
She swung so hard.
She's been swept off her feet.
Yeah, she tried to screw herself in the ground on that one. Coach looks down at her and goes, you know, calm down. Not so hard.
Swing harder. That one lifted to left field. Aubrey Alch gives chase and catches it in fair territory, according to the ump down the third base line. And there's 2 outs.
That hung up in the air quite a while, so made an easier play for her to run in and make that catch.
Two outs now for Avery Taylor. First baseman is 0 for 3. That one's a called strike. Taylor had a hit against Metamora and scored twice. The super. Okay, I found it. It was Bob Boone and Pete Rose. It was Phillies, and it was in the World Series against the Royals. And it was almost the same spot. Bob Boone had it go in and out of his glove, and Rose was there, and it went into his glove, and it was an out. 1-2, 2 outs. No such luck for the Sequoias on that play, but they. Now a high pop fly to short right field. Jaden Ruiz is on, and 3 up and 3 down in the ninth. We go to the 10th. Still no score.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today. This NFHS Network Championship event is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors.
We go to the top of the 10th, still scoreless in this 3A state title game. Sage Marcheco and J.C. Schuler dueling back and forth here. Marcheco has thrown 9 innings of no-hit ball, while Schuler has a 4-hit shutout. Marjeko has struck out 18 and walked just 1. Schuler has 6 strikeouts and a walk. So the pitchers have been dominant. They've gotten a lot of help from their defense too. We've seen some really nice plays in this one.
Leading off the top of the 10th inning for Antioch.
Emily Brecht will lead things off. It's 4, 5, and 6 for the Sequoias here in the 10th inning. Emily Brecht is 0 for 3.
Antioch has had to make a few more plays defensively, of course, but they've done the job. They've probably been this way all year. I mean, she probably strikes out so many, and then they finish off and play a little defense. So probably a little easier for them to stay in the game just because they know there's going to be more plays made.
1-1 now. Emily Brecht says these close games are what really get me going. Well, she's had a weekend full of those then.
Yeah.
1-1 now for Marjeko. Swing and a miss. Took a little something off that pitch.
Haven't seen her throw that much today. Her changeup. She hasn't used it a lot.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss. And Frankie Rita picked it off the turf and had to throw down, so it goes as a strikeout and a 2-3 on the putout. 19 strikeouts for Sage Marjeko. Sam Hillner now, she struck out twice. Got on the error in the 6th. Sam's a 5'6" freshman, one of 7 freshmen on this Antioch roster. Strike 1 from Marjeko. You talked about this yesterday. I forget what the percentage is on strike 1 in the major leagues, but it's ridiculous how the advantage goes to the pitcher if they get that first pitch strike.
Yeah, and also I just think the mindset, with the hitter, it's like you're already in a hole, and if you get in a hole against a good pitcher, it makes it so much more difficult to come back and try to figure out how you're going to get a hit.
Hillner now behind 0-2 in the count. Strike 3 called on the outside corner, and that's 20 strikeouts for Sage Marjeko. 2 outs in the 10th.
I mean, we're in the 10th, and there's been no hits from Antioch. That's just incredible.
Claire Schuyler, the shortstop, swings at the first pitch and misses. She struck out twice and grounded out in 3 at-bats.
I mean, you would think there'd at least be a bloop or something happen, to get a knock out there, but golly, Sage has been overpowering.
Swing and a miss, 0-2. Marjeko trying to throw back-to-back no-hitters in a state championship game. Going to overtime here to get it done. The 0-2, swing and a miss. That's 21 strikeouts. 3 up, 3 down as she strikes out the side in the 10th. We go to the bottom of the inning, still scoreless.
Academy Sports and Outdoors has something for everyone in your family. From top sports brands to backyard cooking or the best in the outdoors. The North Face, Yeti, Columbia, or Magellan Outdoors, Academy has it all. Whether you're celebrating familiar traditions or exploring new ones, we've got what you need in here to have fun out there. Start your next adventure and make lifelong family memories at Academy Sports and Outdoors. Download our app or shop at academy.com.
We go to the bottom of the 10th, still scoreless in this 3A state championship game. Sage Marjeko will lead things off. She is grounded out and struck out twice against J.C. Schuler. Swing and a miss on one high and tight. J.C. has won the last 2 battles with strikeouts. Excuse me. There's a shot, but foul. She got out in front of that one, all right. She has something to say to the dugout. I don't think anybody's going to hit one out the way the wind's blowing in here today.
No, it's picked up a little bit even since the game has started.
The 0-2 now. Oh, boy. That's 3 in a row where she's just waved at that last pitch.
That's 3 in a row.
1 out here now in the 10th. And Olivia Parent with 1 of the 4 Lemont hits. Olivia, a .500 hitter on the season. That one's inside.
I think their batting averages are all going to go down a little bit today, Lee.
Yeah, I think so. There's a little slap, but foul. This will be Lamont's 5th state trophy. They were 3rd in '89, 2nd in '88, and 21, and state champs a year ago. The 1-1 to Parent. A little bit high. Who is going to blink? This is an epic showdown in this 3A state championship game. Future Michigan State Spartan J.C. Schuler against future South Carolina Gamecock Sage Margeco, and Parent pops out to the third baseman in foul territory, and there's 2 outs.
That was a pretty easy catch there by the third baseman. She just had to run towards the dugout, Lamont's dugout, and made a little easy catch out of that little pop fly.
Maya Hollandoner, 1 for 3 with a base hit. And they appeal to first base ump, and she did swing. It's a 0-1 count. She flinched on that one too, and they call that one a strike. I'm not sure about that one.
That was a tough call.
And Chris Trina has a few words for the home plate umpire. The 0-2, and that's a called strike 3. 7 strikeouts for Schuler, and we go to the 11th. 3 up and 3 down in the 10th for Lemont. Top of the 11th on the way, still no score. Giving you plenty for your money here today. More softball.
Nobody's getting cheated today.
Top of the 11th. Antioch will send the 7, 8, and 9 batters to the plate.
Leading off the top of the 11th.
Actually, no, we have Sierra Gilmore, who was the flex player, and she will bat for the designated player, Jazzy Fisher. First pitch from Marjeko is a little bit high.
Hope you brought extra score sheets today, Lee.
I didn't.
Uh-oh.
I'm in a world of hurt. There's the 1-0 in there for a strike from Sage. Sierra Gilmore, a .394 hitter on the year, a homer and 15 runs batted in. The 1-1, swing and a miss. Some heat from Sage.
You know, probably both coaches can kind of just sit back and watch today because there's not a lot of action, so you just let your players play.
1-2 now, change up, swing and a miss. And Frankie Rita will throw down strikeout number 22. We're efforting to see how many her career high is.
Number 11, Grace Green.
Grace Green, the catcher now. 0 for 2, a couple strikeouts and a walk. Shows bunt, gets the bat on it but fouls it back. Grace is a 2-year starter. .302, batting average, 4 homers, 16 runs batted in. She does call the pitches for Antioch. The 0-1 from Marjeko shows bunt again and takes it high. I think she's really trying to bunt, or is she just messing with her?
I think she probably is trying to bunt. Let's see if they can make a mistake.
Here's the 1-1, shows bunt again, and takes ball 2.
I'd really like to see the batters choke up a little bit and try to make good contact. I mean, most every batter today is just taking cuts after cut, and if you keep coming up empty, you got to do something different. And I think the thing that they could do differently is maybe choke up and help control their bat a little bit. It's a shorter swing, more controlled swing, and easier to make contact.
2-2 now. 1 out in the 11th. Marjeko fires. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. 23 strikeouts and counting for Sage Marjeko.
There was a little off-speed pitch there that just she couldn't hold up, and she went around, and that was all she wrote.
Now it's the left fielder Aubrey Ulch. She has struck out 3 times.
I feel like the foul balls have been hard, Lee. Does that make any sense? they're hitting them. They're hitting them hard.
Where is that on the stat sheet?
They're hitting them hard backwards.
Marjeko finds the outside corner again. Aubrey Ulch behind 0-2, gets that one off the bad handle, but it's right to Duncan, and it's a 1-2-3 11th. We go to the bottom of the 11th, still no score.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends. Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends. How to fit in. How to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 12 million participants in America who take part in high school sports or activities.
We go to the bottom of the 11th. No score. Sage Margeco has no hit. The Sequoias for 11 innings now. Be 8-9-1 for Lemont here in the 11th. Nicole Pontrelli leading it off. She struck out in all 3 at-bats. Lays down a nice bunt here. Sierra Gilmore charges, but that was a hit all the way for Nicole Pontrelli.
Beautiful bunt. I mean, she killed that. Tried to make a great play on it, but she was so quick. She got down that line very quick.
Gilmore must have been playing back.
Well, she wasn't back too far. She charged it. She just couldn't. I mean, it's such a good bunt. She couldn't get to it. Down the third base line, it was beautiful.
Here's the number 9 batter, DeMaio.
Oh, boy. Oh,
she bunts and pops it up.
Oh, no.
Gilmore throws it and goes to the right fielder, but luckily for the Sequoias, Jaden Ruiz is right there. So
as a bunter, Lee, you've got to start high and go low. You never want to start low and come up because you're always going to pop out. You got to stay above the strike zone and come down on the ball.
Neither team has been able to execute the bunt with the runner at first. That's part of the reason we are in the 11th inning.
Yeah, now we've got 1 out. So as a coach, you probably don't want to sacrifice here, but I would almost be tempted to try it and see maybe, you know, she can get on.
Frankie Rita, a single and 4 at bat. She does square to bunt, but that looked like a bunt for a hit type bunt.
Yeah, that was all the way a bunt for a base hit. That's understandable in this situation, though. Instead of sacrificing, get runners at first and second with 1 out.
The 1-1 bunted. Gilmore makes the play, and there's a runner in scoring position now with 2 outs.
That was a great bunt. She didn't quite kill it quite as well, but she got her job done. She did get a sacrifice out there, got the runner to second, and now give another opportunity here to score a run.
A chance for Natalie Pasiga. 5'6" sophomore, hitting .364 on the year with 26 runs batted in. Number 27 would meet a state championship for Lemont. Ball inside from J.C. Schuler. This is the cliche game. It's a shame somebody, insert name here, will lose. 1-0 now. Reaches out and shoots it to the right side.
That looked like a 2-strike swing instead of a first strike swing. That was almost like a protection type swing, and it's not necessary to do that here.
Natalie opened eyes as a freshman. She played second base in the state title game a year ago. That one's a little high for ball 2.
Nice thing about this is the runner can be going with the crack of the bat, so she's going to get a good jump at second if there's a base hit, and I would imagine Coach will send her.
Pasiga fouls that one off.
She's
and
not,
it's a 2-2 count.
She's not getting good swings. She hasn't had a good swing yet. She's still trying to foul things off and fight off those outside pitches. When she was ahead in the count, she needed to look for that good strike rate downtown there.
This isn't an April at bat either in the game 2 of a doubleheader, right?
Yeah.
This is a state championship
exactly.
On the line. The 2-2, ball high, full count, 2 outs, winning run at second base. The state championship is 120 feet away. Schuler rocks and delivers. Ball 4, so 2 runners aboard now for Reagan Duncan.
Wouldn't be surprised if the coach came out and visited with the pitcher to give her a breather.
Anthony Rocco is out of the dugout, but his assistant heads out there to have a chat with J.C. Schuler.
I think that's a good timeout call. Nothing's wrong. Just want to give her a little bit of a breather. Say just keep doing what you're doing. Don't try to overpitch here. Just go with what got you here.
Doesn't get much better than this. 2 outs, bottom of the 11th. The winning run at second base for a state title. Reagan Duncan comes to the plate. The Lemont third baseman is 0 for 4 today, hitting .425 on the season. We talked earlier about that bomb she hit against Metamora in the super sectional.
Yeah, she's made contact today, though. She's, you know, she hasn't K'd, so got a good chance for at least some contact.
She had a home run in the 22 super sectional in a 1-0 win against Metamora. So she's used to big circumstances, fouls that one back. Schuler has 129 pitches, we're told. I don't know how many for Margeco. Nobody's going anywhere, though. No.
No.
Reagan Duncan, 0-1 to her. She had 3 hits and an RBI yesterday. And that one just outside, 1-1.
The right field is deep, and the center and left fielder are about midway. So they're playing percentages here to power to right field.
Duncan up the middle. It's a base hit to center. Echevarria comes up throwing, and they hold the runner at third base, and it's a good thing they did, although Grace Green couldn't control that strike from center field. The run might have scored just because the throw bounced off her. At any rate, Pontrelli at third. Basiga moves up to second. Reagan Duncan with a huge base hit there, but it doesn't get the run home. And now it's up to Avery Taylor, who's 0 for 4 in this one.
That was hit so hard that it got to center fielder Eden so quickly.
And she was playing kind of shallow, too, I think.
But, you know, coach will look back, oh, should have centered, she dropped, you know, the ball was up the line. But
you don't know that,
you can't figure that out.
5:43 in the regular season for Avery Taylor. She looks at a strike call.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Yeah. I mean, you knew Echevarria was going to throw a strike.
Exactly.
You don't run on her.
No.
I mean, that's apparent.
It would have been a bang play, and you know.
Here's the 0-1. Lifted to second base, and J.C. Schuler escapes serious danger. A bases loaded jam with 2 outs in the 11th. We play on to the 12th. No score. Hey, let's play some more softball. 12th inning now. And let's see, it will be the top of the order for Antioch. I believe it is.
Yes.
And the reason that we are going to the 12th is the arm of this young lady, Eden Echevarria, Chris Trena knew she couldn't take a chance and run on that arm. Now the throw was bobbled a little bit at the plate, but you can't anticipate that.
No, she's going to be second guessing herself. I mean, that's just human nature, but you got to, you know, it was an opportunity, and she would have been darned if they did and darned if they didn't. So
Marjeko with the no-hitter going into the 12th. We attempted to find out her career high in strikeouts. The Lemont folks say they don't have an accurate count on that. I'm guessing 23 would be a pretty good stab at it. Oh and 1 now to Eden Echevarria. 0 for 4 today, a little chopper. Marjeko makes the play, and there's one out in the 12th.
She made a nice backhand play on that.
Yeah.
Went to her right just a little bit. It was high, kind of took a little time to come down, but she gathered herself and made a nice throw to first.
Right fielder Jaden Ruiz is 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts. She walked and stole a base and got to second. That last inning, that was our first base runner that get as far as third base in the game. Sage Marjeko with the first pitch strike.
A little off-speed pitch there. Caught the outside corner. Again, another first strike pitch.
Sage had 13 strikeouts in last year's state title game. That one lifted down the left field line, curving foul.
Left fielder made a good attempt at that. She ran a long ways and just out of her reach.
Oh and 2 now to Ruiz, 469 hitter on the year. She's not phased by varsity ball. She's been playing 16U travel ball as she lifts that one to right field. And Alyssa DeMaio makes a nice play. She's made a couple of those now in right field.
That was really good communication because second baseman was going out and Alyssa called her off, which is great. Coming in, making that play is much easier for an outfielder than it is for an infielder going backwards.
J.C. Schuler steps in, 0 for 4 with a couple of strikeouts. Breaking pitch outside from Marjeko. The 3A record for strikeouts in a title game was 15. Mackenzie Camp of Limestone owned that one from the 2008. So this is a 3A title game record. And it's actually the most in any 3A state tournament game. The old record being 22, Ellie Gillis of St. Ignatius. That was in last year's semifinal. She threw 22 strikeouts. So Sage's 23 strikeouts are now a 3A record as far as tournament games and title games.
Wow.
That one fouled out of play down the right side. J.C. Schuler, 564 on the year. Three and 1 the count from Sage Marjeko. Has not allowed an earned run all year. Looking for win number 23 and a state title. There's a one hopper to short. Natalie Pasiga throws it into the dirt. The runner will go on to second. The throw down to second is not in time. So that's the second tough play for Natalie Pasiga.
Wow, JC had excellent hustle right there. She rounded first, or made it to first with kind of a rough throw there from the shortstop. Another one kind of in the turf and couldn't come up with it and got away just a little bit, but the catcher was hustled all the way down there. She had good backup, picked up the ball and fired it down to the shortstop and just a little bit too late. Now we have a runner at second.
Avery Taylor unable to come up with that throw at first.
Still no hits, because that definitely was a E on the throw for sure.
Miranda Gomez now running at second base. Emily Brecht 0 for 4. It's a strike on the inside corner. J.C. Schuler had to pitch out of trouble in the bottom of the 11th. See if Sage Marjeko can do it here with 2 outs in the 12th. Pop back and out of play.
She's not fooling around with this batter. She's going right at her. Ahead 0-2.
Emily Brecht with 7 RBIs in the last 3 postseason games. Big opportunity here. Swing and a miss. Marjeko reaches back and finds some extra heat. Strikeout number 24. And we play on to the bottom of the 12th. Tied 0-0.
Hey, conductor, how about something new? You played this last year.
Come on, get your head out of your sacks.
Shh, we're trying to hear.
Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorite.
My kid heard that solo!
You see my kid?
Yeah!
Come on! What's wrong with
We head to the bottom of the 12th, no score. A couple of chances in the 11th for both teams, or actually the bottom of the 11th and the top of the 12th. But nothing doing. A much better swing for Sage Marjeko, who is 0 for 4 with, ironically enough, 3 strikeouts at the plate. That was the 270th pitch of this game. They both have the same total. Marjeko shows bunt. Schuler out of the circle, throws it wide. Marjeko will head to second. And E1, and there's a runner in scoring position for the defending state champs with nobody out.
Boy, that came
Put the pressure on.
That came out of nowhere. Well, that was a great.
That's why it's a great play,
yes.
right?
Well, she has not had much success at the plate today, and she gave herself up basically and just thought, I'm just going to try to make contact here, put it in play, and see what happens. And good things happen when you put the ball in play.
Olivia Parent, the designated player, she's 1 for 4, excuse me. She singled and made it as far as second base. And now will Chris train a bunt and try to get the runner to third with 1 out? It would not appear so, as Parent looks at a ball 1.
She has had a base hit today.
Yep.
So
she bunts it down and it rolls foul.
Oh.
Sierra Gilmore.
That was almost beautiful.
That was the right play.
Yes, that was beautiful. Just at the end, third baseman had enough patience to let that roll foul. And that's what you're taught to do. If it was going to be a base hit anyway, probably. So take your chance.
The 1-1 slap foul. Now 1-2. Olivia Parent with 14 runs batted in on the season. 500 hitter coming into the semifinals. Behind 1-2 now to J.C. Schuler. Stays alive with that slap. And one of the moms down there got a hand on it. protecting her young like a mama lion.
I don't know what that
we
was.
haven't laughed for a while.
What
Come on, man.
was
This is like the time I went to the psychiatrist. That one popped back to the pitcher and nothing doing there. You know, I went to the psychiatrist and I said, I keep having these dreams. I'm a teepee, I'm a wigwam, I'm a teepee, I'm a wigwam. And he's like, oh, it's easy, man. You're too tense.
Oh, no. I can't take this. I thought you were going to say protect like a young cub.
Maya Hollandoner
And then all of a sudden
will bunt here with one out. And the throw from Schuler is on the money that time. So they have a runner at third now with 2 outs.
The second baseman, number 7, Nicole Pontrelli.
And we do have a courtesy runner. We missed that. It's Addison McGrath, number 15.
Less likely to squeeze with 2 outs, but maybe.
The bunt is down and she slides in safe. Oh my goodness! Maya Hollandoner gets the bunt down.
What a call.
I mean, Nicole Pontrelli. It was Nicole Pontrelli gets the bunt down, and Lemont wins in the bottom of the 12th, and they are the 3A state champions.
I just said
a suicide squeeze.
I didn't think the bunt would be in play. It hasn't been in play all day, and what won the game for him was bunting. Such a gutsy call and a beautiful bunt. The third baseman picked the ball up, and I don't think she thought she had a play at first, and the only play she saw that runner coming down the line, and she thought the only place she has would toss it into home, and it was just too late. What a call.
And what a
Coach
classic
Trina.
game. Yeah,
it just tickles me that the bunt played such an important role here to win this game. I am ecstatic. It just took 12 innings to get that done, Lee, but it did the job.
Nicole Pontrelli, the senior who has struggled at the plate with the game-winning RBI on the bunt. The suicide squeeze. Sage Marjeko led off the inning with the bunt, got on board via the error. She was sacrificed across with 2 outs, and Chris Trina goes to the suicide squeeze, and Lemont with back-to-back state championships.
Congratulations to Lemont and to both teams. Very well played game. The pitchers were dueling back and forth, and one got more strikeouts, but that really makes no difference because they both pitched a great game. No hit, though. No hits. That's just
Sage
incredible.
Marjeko with the 12-inning no-hitter. Back-to-back no-hitters in a state championship game.
One for the ages,
I
Lee.
don't have enough
One for the ages.
IHSA knowledge to know if that's a record, but it's, I would imagine it is, but
Yeah.
you never assume. 1-0 the final in 12. Things happen so fast there. Nicole Pontrelli got the bunt down, and Addison McGrath, the courtesy runner, scored. If Sierra Gilmore had picked that up and thrown to first, they might have gotten out of the inning. But that was such a bang-bang play and crazy.
I seriously think it surprised everybody, including myself, because there was 2 outs. I didn't think that's what we haven't seen the bunt all day, so all of a sudden we're calling for the bunt, and it was the right call at the right time. So congrats to, the guts of Coach Trina to give that a try. That was awesome. What a game. Crowd got their money's worth, as you said earlier, Lee, and this will be a game they talk about for quite some time. They'll probably watch it over and over on the network. Just can't believe it.
Sage Marjeko, her 23rd win without a loss, finishes season with a 0.00 ERA. She led off the inning with a bunt.
Wow.
got on with the error. Schuler couldn't make the play, threw it away. They sacrificed with 1 out, and then with 2 outs, Nicole Pontrelli puts down the bunt, the courtesy runner. Addison McGrath races home for a 1-0 win and back-to-back state titles for number 1 Lemont. 1-0 the final in 12 innings. Today's game is available for download. Click the digital copy button under the event video player to download a digital copy of the event right to your computer. You got your money's worth there. 12 innings, 1-0. Lemont wins back-to-back state championships in Class 3A. 4A to follow. Third place game, and number 1 against number 2 in Class 4A as well. Thank you for joining us here on the NFHS Network.